What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? Check this out. Check this out. Without a doubt, Diddy twins refuse to support him in court and want to drop his last name. Now y'all notice the last time they was in court, and it could be anything, man. I just try to keep it as real as I can keep it. They could have been busy doing their own thing. They stars. They got events and stuff that was probably already on the calendar. Who knows? They were supposed to do anything. It's a buzz. I'm hearing a buzz. Who knows why they wasn't there? They probably can't stand the pressure. They too young. They think they grown. They all think they grown, but they too young, right? But now Diddy's twins refuse to support him in court and want to drop his last name. They probably seen, because on the black market and stuff, and all it takes is one of these celebrities that actually got the footage that was sent to them to show what they was doing, and they got the footage, and one of the kids got the footage off the black market and everything, because these rich kids, they got money, and they seen something that's undisputable. They might have seen something. Who knows? It could be a billion different things, baby. But I know one thing. Let's check out this video and see what they saying it is all about. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell.
I know.
This timeline
Let's check it out.
Is crazy.
I know. So many things coming at one time.
Not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
No one wants to mention.
Except for yourself.
What's up, everyone?
He stepped
Buckle up
down,
because
y'all.
this story is one wild ride. Picture this: a courtroom drama unfolding, tears streaming, emotions running high, and at the center of it all, none other than the daughters of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. That's right, Diddy's daughters. Delilah, Chance, and Jessie are reportedly at their breaking point, and the drama is spilling out for the world to see. But what's really going on behind the scenes? Why are these young women allegedly planning to file for emancipation? And how does this tie back to the mysterious circumstances surrounding their mother, Kim Porter? Let's dive in.
Today, just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
Here's the deal. Diddy's...
You can't even get your lie out, man. You can't even get your lie out. You lied about hitting and beating Cassidy until we saw the video. You lied and said you ain't do nothing to her. You lied. Now you lying again.
So hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
Here's the deal.
Said 100%
Diddy's
true.
daughters, who have always been seen as the quieter, more private members of his family, are now dominating the headlines. For years, they stood by their father's side, appearing at glamorous events or sharing sweet family moments on social media. But now, sources are claiming that the trio is ready to cut ties and go their own way. And honestly, who could blame them? With their father's name attached to one controversy after another, it's no wonder they might want to distance themselves. But here's the kicker. It's not just about the legal drama or the headlines. There's something even deeper at play: the unresolved mystery surrounding Kim Porter's passing and the toxic family dynamics that allegedly followed.
Well, Kim Porter, that is Diddy's ex, who's also the mother of his 3 of his children.
Right.
Has detailed the alleged abuse that she suffered at his hands.
Oh, no.
And this is all in a memoir.
Let's rewind to 2018, the year Kim Porter, Diddy's longtime partner and the mother of 3 of his children, tragically passed away. Official reports claimed she succumbed to pneumonia, but whispers of foul play have followed ever since. And now those whispers are turning into full-blown allegations. According to leaked details from an autopsy report, Kim was reportedly in good health just days before her passing. So how did things spiral so quickly? That's the question everyone's asking. Adding fuel to the fire are claims that a casket for Kim was allegedly ordered a full week before her passing. Like, what? Who does that? It's details like these that have conspiracy theorists and insiders alike calling for a deeper investigation. But here's where things get even murkier. At the time of Kim's passing, her personal belongings, her laptop, phone, and other electronics, were reportedly missing. You'd think someone with her resources and connections would have had these items on hand, right? Yet, they were nowhere to be found. And then, there's the condition of her body, as described in the autopsy report. While foul play wasn't officially suspected, certain details, like discoloration on her skin and odd contusions, have raised more questions than answers. People are asking, was this really a natural passing, or is there more to the story?
And it's like, it was the same thing Kim was going through. The same thing, bro. Kim was going through the same thing. The beatings, you know what I'm saying?
Now imagine being one of her daughters and hearing all of this as you grow up. Even if you're not sure what to believe, just the constant chatter about your mom's life and her untimely passing has to take a toll. And let's not forget the other allegations swirling around Diddy himself, from claims of controlling behavior to shocking accusations of emotional and physical mistreatment. It's clear that this family's life is far from the picture-perfect image often portrayed in the media. Allegedly, Diddy's treatment of Kim during their relationship was so turbulent that it left lasting scars on their children, who witnessed it firsthand. One insider even claimed that Kim once confided in friends about her fear that Diddy might harm her. If true, it's no wonder the daughters are reportedly looking for distance.
Do I think, yeah. There's every man possibly is capable. I think he's very capable of doing it. It's in his character. That's who he is. That's what comes with power. That's what comes with arrogance. That's what comes with, what makes him, power. That's just the selfishness to make you be like that.
But here's the twist. This isn't just about the past. It's also about what's happening right now. After Diddy's arrest and subsequent legal troubles, his family dynamics seem to have shifted dramatically. At first, his children were seen rallying around him, showing support in court and on social media. But in recent months, that united front has crumbled. During Diddy's most recent court appearance, only his sons Justin and Christian showed up. The daughters, nowhere to be seen. And while family members were previously posting coordinated birthday messages and public displays of love, insiders are now saying those moments were staged, scripted attempts to drum up sympathy for Diddy. If that's true, it's pretty heartbreaking.
So yesterday, Monday, Diddy celebrated his 55th birthday, but this year was a lot different. It was no Diddy parties. It was none of that. None of that stuff. Well, happily so, I guess, right now. But anyway, so this is his first birthday behind bars.
For the daughters, this public unraveling of their family seems to have been the breaking point. Rumors suggest they've been meeting with attorneys to explore the legal steps necessary to emancipate themselves from their father's control. And honestly, can you blame them? Imagine being a teenager or young adult and having your family's darkest secrets plastered all over the news. Sources close to the family claim that the daughters are deeply hurt by everything they've heard and seen, not just about their father's alleged actions, but also about how the family has been handled in the wake of Kim's passing.
Yeah, but so there's still, it's crazy too because there's still more happening in court. Everything is still active even though we're not hearing about it as much anymore. And the people may be fatigued like we talked about prior to.
And speaking of Kim, let's talk about her legacy for a moment. Kim Porter was known as a loving, dedicated mother who put her children above everything else. Even those closest to her have described her as a kind, warm, and resilient person who always tried to see the best in people, even during difficult times. Yet, her relationship with Diddy was anything but smooth. Reports from insiders paint a picture of a relationship filled with emotional highs and devastating lows. Allegedly, Diddy's controlling behavior often left Kim feeling trapped, and she confided in friends that their arguments could escalate to the point of physical altercations. One particularly shocking claim comes from someone who worked closely with the couple, who recalled a night when an argument turned into a full-blown fight involving objects being hurled across the room. The insider described Kim as someone who stood her ground despite the chaos, but it's clear that these moments left a lasting impact.
Because Kim had took the where you open up wine? The corkscrew. She took the corkscrew and caught him on his wrist defending himself. And he almost, I know he tore some ligament, but he almost hit an artery or came close to the artery or either scratched it or cut it a little bit. Because he just kept bleeding.
Fast forward to today, and Kim's name is once again making headlines. This time in connection with a leaked memoir that allegedly contains explosive details about her life with Diddy. While the book's legitimacy has been hotly debated, it's reportedly filled with claims of mistreatment, manipulation, and even fear for her life. Diddy's legal team has of course called the book a sham, but that hasn't stopped it from becoming a bestseller and reigniting discussions about Kim's life and passing. And here's the kicker. Kim's own children, including Diddy's daughters, have publicly denied the book's authenticity, calling it a hurtful fabrication. Yet, some fans and conspiracy theorists aren't convinced, pointing to the timing of the book's release and its eerie alignment with other allegations against Diddy.
You know, he get trafficking because he took her to different states and had her perform acts with different, you know, male and different people, sometimes against her will.
It's hard not to feel.
And it's funny, man. I really think 100%, I'm like 90% on she wrote something down. She wrote a diary. She was ashamed. She was hurt. She wanted revenge. Everybody want revenge. And the thing that makes me mad with especially with females, you get on social media and then you start telling. You got to be smarter than that. You get on, you know, I'm gonna write a book and I'm telling everything. I'm writing a tell-all book. Nobody even should have heard that name. You should have kept it 100% to yourself. I wouldn't even told my daughters. I wouldn't have told nobody. That sucker would have been published and out. What is this book you got? What are you talking about? Come on, that ain't me. Now I'm lying. I didn't write that. What is that? I don't even know what that is. I'm lying now. Let's go find out who did this. I would hold that lie as long as I could and just say, how many times you lied to me? That's what I would do. See, I'm a professional. When I get you back, I go hard. But people want to get on social media, you know, he doing me wrong. Oh my God.
For the daughters in all of this, they've been thrust into the spotlight in a way no one could have prepared them for. On one hand, they're grappling with the loss of their mother and the unresolved questions surrounding her passing.
Peace, Kim.
On the other, they're watching their father face some of the most serious allegations imaginable. And through it all, they're trying to figure out who they are and what they stand for.
And by the way, y'all, don't even buy the book. Don't even, I swear, y'all, it's only, look, 59 pages. It's only 59 pages. And trust me when I tell you, everything that's in the book is already on the internet, already on YouTube. You know, it's just a little drawn out, a little longer, but the facts are still there, already up there. It's like somebody took all the information from YouTube and put it in the book. And then they named it Jamil Millwood. It don't even have a full Kim Porter. So if Kim was writing some stuff, it's already, you know, unless she got some other stuff written that's not in the book.
If the rumors about their emancipation plans are true, it could mark a turning point not just for them, but for the entire Combs family. But here's the thing, the story doesn't end with Diddy's daughters allegedly walking away. In fact, it only gets messier from here. Let's talk about what's happening now with Diddy's legal battles and the role his sons are reportedly playing in all of this. If you thought the daughters' rumored emancipation was dramatic, wait until you hear about the allegations surrounding Justin and Christian Combs. These two have been dragged into the public eye with claims that they're not just standing by their father's side, but actively involved in some of the most shocking accusations yet. And trust us, this is the kind of stuff that leaves you questioning everything you thought you knew about this family.
Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff.
Let's start with the court appearances. For months, Diddy has been fighting tooth and nail to get out on bail. He's offered everything from private security to putting up massive assets as collateral, but it hasn't worked. Why? Prosecutors argue that Diddy poses a danger to the community and that he can't be trusted to follow the rules. And honestly, the evidence they've presented is pretty wild. For starters, they claim that Diddy has been using three-way calls from prison to contact people he's not supposed to be talking to. How? By getting other inmates to let him use their phone accounts. It's like something out of a movie. And it doesn't stop there. Allegedly, Diddy has been asking his family to pass along messages to potential witnesses, urging them to stay quiet or even change their stories. If true, this behavior is exactly why the courts keep denying him bail.
realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
But here's something that hasn't gotten as much attention. Prosecutors allege that Diddy isn't just using these calls to reach witnesses, he's also reportedly trying to influence public opinion from behind bars. Sources claim that Diddy is strategizing with his team to create social media campaigns aimed at swaying potential jurors. Remember those highly polished birthday videos from his kids? Prosecutors say they weren't spontaneous at all, but part of a carefully orchestrated PR strategy. Allegedly, Diddy even monitored audience engagement with these posts, tracking likes and comments to gauge public sentiment. If true, it shows just how far he's willing to go to spin the narrative in his favor.
Yeah, but see, here's where you went wrong at. I mean, it's your birthday. You can't change your birth date. All the Puffy fans that's still standing by him and thinking that they supporting him, he did it too soon because they don't forget all about that. They got more evidence. They have filed more cases against you. So people are changing. They jumping ship on you, Puffy. They jumping ship, man. 13 more cases done came out. These agents done got more charges filed on you. All this other, it's too much negative press coming out on you so fast, man. So that happy birthday, everybody done forgot about that. If anything, they remembering when you was kicking her tail. Talking about, are they kicking it fast or slow? Your lawyers is messing up. Your lawyers is messing up. Where they edit the video. Oh yeah? Let me go back and look at the video so I can see if it don't look edited to me. Look like Puffy kicked her butt. Let me slow it down. Let me speed it up. Whatever they said it happened is not in order. This ain't even in order. Let me go back and look. You ain't doing it but refreshing people that you did this.
And get this. There are whispers that Diddy is using code words not just in phone calls but in written correspondence as well. According to insiders, investigators have flagged certain letters and emails where seemingly innocent phrases carry hidden meanings. For example, a casual mention of recycling might actually refer to destroying evidence, while phrases about family gatherings could point to meetings meant to coordinate strategies. These claims are still under investigation, but if they hold up, it paints a picture of someone who's not just fighting for his freedom, but also trying to outmaneuver the legal system at every turn. It's a risky game, and so far, it doesn't seem to be paying off.
It's a question of that, but when you read through the indictment, it's pretty clear who could be indicted as a co-conspirator. Right now, there are people in the indictment who would be considered unnamed co-conspirators, but clearly have played a role in this conspiracy. And I think prosecutors have some big leverage on them because they're hoping that they testify against Diddy as prosecution witnesses.
Meanwhile, the sheer scale of the investigation is something else entirely. Authorities are reportedly going through mountains of evidence, including financial records, text messages, and even security footage from Diddy's properties. They've also seized multiple electronic devices, which some believe could contain damning information. One source close to the case described the process as peeling back layers of an onion, with each new discovery leading to even more questions. It said that some of the evidence is so sensitive that it's being reviewed in private, away from prying eyes. If true, it raises the stakes even higher and suggests that we might only be scratching the surface of what's really going on here.
But there's also strategic reasons for the prosecutors to want him to have co-defendants, because right now he hasn't waived his right to a speedy trial, which would force prosecutors to take up the trial pretty quick, which they actually might not be ready to do. But if they supersede him and have co-defendants with him, it makes it a lot easier to pursue a trial continuance without him waiving his speedy trial right.
But here's where it gets even more complicated. Reports suggest that Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian, are more than just supportive family members. They're allegedly helping him cover his tracks. A leaked phone call between Diddy and Justin has been making the rounds, and it's raising a lot of eyebrows. In the call, Diddy reportedly uses coded language asking Justin to get rid of the leftover pizza boxes. Now, let's be real, nobody thinks he's actually talking about pizza. Insiders claim this is a reference to evidence that could be damaging in his case.
Hold up, man. You mean to tell me y'all are still putting out the fake news.com This was put up 17 hours ago. Can y'all please stay up? And y'all talk about me? Y'all talk about Uncle Mike? We even known over a month before I went to the Philippines. We found out that the phone call was AI. That was AI made, and they still uploading these videos talking about that phone call. Who the heck don't know that's on this earth, unless you living in a jungle, that in jail they record and monitor all phone calls going in and out? Who don't know that? And you think Puffy don't know that? Yeah, I'm gonna just look, hide all the boxes and hide all the pizza boxes and they had. Come on, man. They know daggone well this stuff is being recorded.
Asking Justin to him cover his tracks. A leaked phone call between Diddy and Justin has been making the rounds, and it's raising a lot of eyebrows. In the call, Diddy reportedly uses coded language asking Justin to get rid of the leftover pizza boxes. Now, let's be real, nobody thinks he's actually talking about pizza. Insiders claim this is a reference to evidence that could be damaging in his case. And according to these same sources, Justin and Christian have been tasked with cleaning up their father's mess, both literally and figuratively.
So it's just another form to silence a man, humble a person. You know how sometimes you gotta humble somebody?
You're right.
Yeah, I think he's being humbled right now. Which it took a long time. It takes a long time to humble an arrogant person.
But why would they risk getting involved in something so messy? Some say it's about loyalty, others think it's because they've been raised in a world where this kind of behavior is normalized. Remember, these are young men who grew up surrounded by luxury and power, watching their father navigate the highs and lows of fame. If the allegations are true, it's possible they've been conditioned to believe that protecting the family name is more important than anything else. And honestly, that's just tragic. Speaking of tragic, let's talk about the lawsuits piling up against the Combs family. Diddy isn't the only one facing legal trouble. His sons are named in some of these cases too. For example, there's a lawsuit from a producer named Rodney Jones, who claims he was coerced into participating in some of the same activities Diddy is accused of orchestrating. According to Jones, Justin was directly involved in arranging these situations and even played a key role in recruiting participants. If these allegations are true, it paints a disturbing picture of a family deeply entrenched in a culture of exploitation.
It was all, insecurities. Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity. So when you see someone doing that, you can imagine everything else they do.
And then there's Christian, who's facing his own set of accusations. One lawsuit alleges that he behaved inappropriately toward a woman during an event hosted by his father. The suit claims that this wasn't an isolated incident and that Christian's actions were part of a larger pattern enabled by the toxic environment created by Diddy. Again, these are allegations, but the fact that both sons are being named in lawsuits alongside their father is telling. It suggests that whatever is happening in this family isn't just about one person, it's systemic. Now, let's pivot back to Diddy himself, because his legal team has been working overtime to suppress evidence and control the narrative. One of their main arguments is that the search warrants used to raid Diddy's homes were allegedly unconstitutional. They're claiming that the authorities presented a distorted version of reality to obtain those warrants, leaving out key details and relying on questionable sources. Whether or not this argument holds up in court remains to be seen, but it's clear that Diddy's team is pulling out all the stops to get this evidence thrown out.
Wait a minute, say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
But here's the thing, even if they succeed in suppressing some of the evidence, the damage to Diddy's reputation is already done. The media coverage alone has been brutal, and public opinion is turning against him. And honestly, it's hard to see how he comes back from this. Between the allegations of abuse, the suspicious circumstances surrounding Kim Porter's passing, and now the claims involving his sons, it feels like the walls are closing in. Even some of his most loyal fans are starting to question whether they can continue to support him.
It sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It does.
So she's seen the videotape. Oh my God. Hey, you ain't, I don't know.
Doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping.
And what about the rest of Diddy's family? His mother, Janice Combs, has been notably absent from recent court appearances, which is a stark contrast to her earlier public shows of support. Insiders say she's devastated by everything that's happening and is struggling to reconcile the man she knows as her son with the allegations being leveled against him. As for Diddy's youngest daughter, Love, she's too young to fully understand what's going on, but you have to wonder how all of this will affect her as she gets older. Will she grow up hearing the same rumors and allegations that have haunted her older siblings? It's a heartbreaking thought.
I mean, that fact in of itself is a big deal, because when you're talking about going back in time and talking about these allegations from other alleged victims, you know, there's not a lot of police reports, but you guys actually have one. And is that going to be revealed? Are we going to be able to see it?
Yes, as soon as I file my lawsuit in civil court, I will be attaching the...
And then there's the question of Kim Porter's legacy. As more details about her life and relationship with Diddy come to light, her name is becoming a rallying cry for those who want justice. Friends and family members have started speaking out, calling for a renewed investigation into her passing and demanding accountability for anyone who may have been involved. Even Kim's ex-husband, 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦, has joined the chorus, using his platform to raise awareness and push for answers. It's clear that Kim's story isn't over, and her memory continues to be a powerful force in this ongoing saga. So where does that leave us? Honestly, it feels like we're watching a real-life soap opera unfold in slow motion. Every day brings new revelations, new allegations, and new questions. Will Diddy's daughters go through with their plans to emancipate? Will his sons face consequences for their alleged involvement? And what about Diddy himself? Can he clear his name? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of the most iconic figures in the music industry? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this and other breaking celebrity scandals.
I'm just going to be honest with y'all, man. I never trusted that lawyer when she first came on the scene. That's just my opinion. I think she's crooked. I think she's part of the problem. Now she's involved in a lawsuit where she has mentioned Jaguar Wright. And it's funny because everybody keep telling me, don't believe her, she be lying. Jaguar Wright be lying. Hell, Uncle Mike lies sometimes. Fuck, man. Excuse me. And I ain't perfect. But she lie all the time. And she's a lawyer. She's a professional liar. But I really think that if a lawyer should do more, be held more accountable. I think a lawyer should do more research before she filed lies in a courtroom. You know, something in those paperwork gotta be a lie, because Jaguar was in jail at this time. How can she be in two places at one time? If you made a mistake somewhere, which is a lie or is wrong information. How about that? We ain't gonna say she lied. Maybe she misunderstood some wrong information. Somebody got the dates wrong. What happened? And all this stuff all these stories that you put in there, that Jaguar did that and the third, and Big Homie CC. Big Homie CC is saying that, of course, if you're being accused of something, you're gonna say you didn't do it. I don't understand that the lawyer, man. But getting back to the girls, I feel sorry for them, man. They beautiful. Oh, can't say that no more. They beautiful. They young. They way too young for me. I'm old enough to be their daddy, but they still beautiful, pretty little girls. And the thing that tripped me out, all three of them. Imagine, male or female, y'all imagine what these kids, the girls and the boys, are going through that their father has finally got caught, even if they have been groomed themselves to think that this is okay. And now they clearly saying that, you mean this stuff ain't okay? And now they come into realization of what it feels like to hurt somebody else and the pain they going through because they feeling pain because their fathers is in jail. So look here, I'm gonna get on up out of here. I gotta get some water too, y'all. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.